Welcome to the video where we will be looking at our summer colors of Neocolor II crayons. As you know, this is a thing on my channel. I like to share these seasonal palettes with you because I really rely on limited palettes and love to explore new colors and color combinations. So as said, today we'll look at my top 10 Neocolor II crayons for the summer months. And first is yellow. This is the very basic yellow part of this range, and I think with its vibrancy it's really pretty for the summer months. Next is Desert Rose, and this is a more new crayon to my selection of Neocolor IIs, and I've really come to rely on this on different nature topics. So as you know, here on my channel I like to share my nature art, and that's also what the colors reflect. So I like to come up with different color combinations that work for birds, landscapes, things like that. Next is rose, or pink as it is actually in English, and this pink Neocolor II is one of my favorite Neocolor II crayons and colors. I just think it is the perfect pink, and I've used it quite a bit, and I still love it. Next we have Purple Violet, and I wanted to have a good selection of, because we have only 10 crayons, that means that we can't have like multiple pinks or lilacs or things like that. But I wanted to have a good selection of colors that also create beautiful color mixes. And I think this Purple Violet, which is also one that is more new to my color selection, this is a very good mixing color as well, and also beautiful on its own for any kinds of more colorful birds or flowers or shadows as well. Next is light blue, which is, as the color suggests, beautiful basic light blue color, perfect for summer landscapes. And then we have light olive, which is again one of my favorites. So I think actually this is a good combination of crayons, some colors which are my old favorites, like pink and light olive. Those are the ones that I rely on many of my limited palettes. And then we have something and some crayons that are more new. Dark green. So I always want to add one lighter green and darker green, and light olive is very often the choice of light green for me for many seasons, and this time I wanted to include dark green as my kind of darker option. The brown I chose is Cinnamon. Again, one of my all-time favorites. It's been here on my channel presented many times. Beautiful, kind of basic brown, but kind of, I would say, soft brown. That's how I would describe it. And then I always also include one of the kind of dark tones, something that is good for mixing, but also good for those really kind of more darker values. And this time it is Sepia. I remember when I got this crayon, and I think it was like something like a year ago, I first tried out Sepia in this range, and I immediately kind of fell in love with this because it's so versatile and wonderful for mixing. And whenever working on limited palettes, you have to have a good mixing colors. So I will soon also show you some color mixes, and you will see how that works. And then beige, which is, I know many people always comment that beige is the kind of trusted partner whenever working with any kind of limited palettes, and I understand that, because beige it's a perfect mixing color. Again, it's a wonderful neutral color, and especially if you are someone who enjoys drawing and painting landscapes, birds, you know, any kind of maybe some seashores or something like that, I think beige is super versatile. So next, what we'll do, as always, I will activate these with water so we can see what they actually look like when they are activated, and then we will look at some color mixes and mixing options, because as said, that's one of the most important thing whenever working with more limited palettes. So here they are activated with water. You can see this is a very soft palette. I would say if we take away this darker green, it's really, really soft, almost like pastel-like colors, some of them. But I think this kind of comes to show what I love about summer. When we observe different colors in nature, we can see lots of softness, something kind of contrast to the springtime when I think colors are extremely vibrant. So I want my summer palette to be more softer, something with has the beautiful pastel tones, but also some bright yellows and kind of nice, strong and softer dark browns. And also I think the light blue is perfect summer color as well. So I want to have that kind of really nice balance and combination. But as said, let's take a look at some of the kind of perfect summer color mixes that we can create with these selected crayons. And I think especially important for me as someone who loves nature drawing is to have a good selection of different greens. And that's what I wanted to also now show you, how we can create a good mix of different kinds of greens and also different browns. So let's just, add some random, or not so random, but let's just add some color mixing options here, and then we'll take a look and see how they actually then look like and what you could use them for. I think the fun thing about limited palettes is always to, as you can see me do here, is to just mix different colors together, see what kind of color combinations you can create, and that way also then get to know your colors. And as always, it just helps you so much. Especially when it's like this, it's summertime, you might want to be painting and drawing outdoors, because why not? This is the perfect time to do that. And then you want to have a bit more limited amount of art supplies that you're taking with you. And yeah, it just pays off then to know your colors and know what they can do. So as you can see, I'm just putting down some color here. We want to see as many options as possible and see what we can create. Okay. Now we have kind of filled the page with some beautiful color mixing options, and let's see what we can create with these. As said, it is so important for me as someone who loves nature art and nature journaling and different subject matters that I can see. I want to observe and be able to mix the colors for those. So I want to have a good option of different kinds of greens. And here you can see a couple of beautiful mixes that we can create with this palette. We can create this really beautiful darker forest green, and also this very yellowy or olive green with very strong yellow tone to it. So I think that's really pretty. Another kind of basic green we can create is with yellow and light blue. This gives you kind of beautiful, I would say, mid-tone green. So I would say even these three together also already gives you that perfect trio of greens, which I love to have always 3 different shades for simple trees and so on. Then we can create these really nice yellow tones, like earthy tones. Imagine using this for birds, for example, or some parts of the field where the sunlight is hitting, some kind of golden late summer glow. I think that's your perfect tone for that. Pink is, as said, on its own a beautiful color, but when mixed together with other colors, it creates beautiful, say, kind of neutral earthy tones as well. Look at this, I would say, again, for birds or for your landscapes. It's really, really pretty color mix, that one as well. Then again, another kind of green, or I would say this is kind of like blue, more blue than green, but mixing the the purple violet together with dark green gives you a beautiful darker shade of, how to describe this? It's like a greenish blue with a bit of grayish undertone to it. It's really pretty, and this this comes to show that even though I didn't include any kind of really dark blues here in palette, you can color mix and create those kind of darker shades that you might need. Here's another beautiful way to mix a really nice violet color. Here we had the purple violet and light blue, and that gives you really gorgeous, gorgeous light violet color. And I think this is again for your birds, landscapes, or flowers. Absolutely perfect for summer flowers as well. Then I want to show you how you can also create different kinds of browns. Of course, mixing the browns together that we have here already, but that way you can, by altering the ratio, if you want to add a bit more sepia, it becomes again darker, but it's so easy to mix these colors together. And last but not least, I'm thinking summer sea and seascapes. But again, also for birds, wouldn't this be a lovely color for many birds, or bird eggs? Although late summer, it's no longer maybe the season for those. But anyways, so as you can see, there are like endless possibilities, and you can create beautiful earthy tones and beautiful color mixes simply by mixing together 2 colors. Then if you want to go wild and maybe mix together 3 or more colors, you can create even more color combinations and beautiful grays and even like very dark, like almost black color. So there are so many options. And what I always say is that limited palette is actually something that doesn't limit you at all. I think it actually gives you much more room for creativity and finding your beautiful color mixes. So again, let me know in the comments which top 10 or which 10 crayons you would include in your summer palette of Neocolor II crayons. And overall, let me know if you've been enjoying the summer months and painting and drawing outdoors, because that's definitely something that's kind of highlight of the season for me. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye for now.